Welcome to Forbidden Rice. My name's Ryan.
My name is Vincent.
Today we're having Heineken, Doritos, bourbon, and Sour Patch Kids. You want to cheers?
Let's do it.
So what's on the agenda?
What's on the agenda?
Doritos too.
Let's open up my email where I was taking notes yesterday. First on our agenda for today is Beto O'Rourke, Russia, Queer Eye, the Bernie Sanders rally, finally, climate change related deaths.
All right, thank you. That'll be a new weekly segment, or every episodically consistent segment. So, first thing, Beto. So we thought about this because you saw one of the Pod Save America guys really fan out, or what's the phrase?
I was watching the Young Turks, and one of the co-founders of Pod Save America, he was quite lukewarm towards Beto O'Rourke running as president.
He was lukewarm? I thought he was like really all about it.
He wasn't extremely enthusiastic, but he didn't see it as a bad thing.
And
I guess I could leave it at
Young
that.
Turks saw it as a bad thing.
They were, I think, out of respect for the guests, they didn't question him on it too much, but I think on previous videos they were skeptical about O'Rourke's rationale of jumping into the campaign.
And they could have really gotten at him.
I could throw in like a 10-second clip of the guy like gushing over, just salivating at the thought of him.
Everybody was saying how much money they raised in the first day. And so Kamala Harris raised $1 million in a single day. Bernie raised $6 million in a single day. And so reporters asked Beto O'Rourke, in your first day, how much did you raise? And he said, I actually can't tell you. And they said, well, you could tell us. And he said, yeah, I could tell you. I'm not gonna tell you.
Can I tell you?
I think that's kind of interesting.
I think it's the Occam's razor answer is why that would be the case is that it wasn't a great number, right? Like that. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to assume that. But I have to say, I really like that answer.
To continue, because you're kind of more of the political guy, I feel like the best way to do this is you give your 10 cents, and then I'll go off of you based on like the limited impressions that he's left me with.
Okay, just some quick thoughts. I call him the Platitude King because his first campaign stop in Iowa, he was like at a coffee shop or at a bar, and he was like standing either on top of a table or like a chair. He was elevated for sure. And I couldn't write down exactly what he said because he was speaking really fast, but he was talking about we got to fix our democracy. We have the right mechanism to bring the genius out of our country. We have to meet the challenges that we face as a nation. Additionally, we also have to bring out our creativity.
But these challenges, I am absolutely convinced, will bring out the absolute best in every single one of us. And we have something that almost no other country in the world has. We have the single greatest mechanism to call forth the genius of our fellow human beings. This democracy, more than 320 million people strong, can bring the ingenuity, the creativity, the resolve of an entire country. And each one of these challenges can and will be met. But the foundational challenge to get all of this done is to fix our democracy. Only when it works, and only when each one of us can work within it, will we be able to meet these threats. And so this setting right now, the very first event of our campaign for president, is an example not only of the way that I wish to campaign across this country for every single American, and I could care less your party persuasion, your religion, anything other than the fact that right now we are all Americans and we are all human beings, and we do everything within our power for one another, for this great country, and for every generation that follows. This is democracy.
Okay. Throughout his speech, the funny thing is, he was doing all these arm gestures. I mean, everyone does arm gestures, which is completely fine. But this guy was obvious. It was like he was like spazzing out because his arm moves was like. Ryan can attest to this because he was forcefully projecting his hands in all sorts of different directions, like he was having a seizure or something. And it was either he was obviously coached to do that. Yeah, I don't think that's
premeditated.
Yeah, it's premeditated. Who gestures like, you know, if you see Donald Trump, he does the okay sign of his hand, and he kind of just like gestures it towards the crowd. And Bernie Sanders, he likes to like flutter his hands a little bit.
Yeah.
But this guy was like
butterfly.
Like he was shooting electricity out of his hands. Like he was like pushing an invisible wall away from him, and he was like pointing at random places in the crowd. I'm just like, yo, like
there's no way that you could sustain that amount of hand movement that consistently for the entire duration of whatever 30-minute speech you have. Like, there's no way you could do you would do that involuntarily for 30 straight minutes. It has to be some kind of coaching or someone telling him hand movement engages the audience, and then he's telling himself that over and over to hand movement engages the audience, hand movement engages the audience, and he's just doing that constantly because he was told to do that, or he watched a lot of Obama tape because all of his hand movements are the exact same as Obama's. I've seen a lot of like I was in DC, and there was like Obama, basically like Obama surrogates that would speak at these like progressive youth conferences and stuff, and they would roll up their sleeves exactly like him and do their little hand movements exactly like him. But they were, at least those people were actually affiliated with the Obama administration. He's just like he was not part of his administration at all, right? But he's just like pulling every playbook as if he was, a surrogate.
And kind of just in addition to your point, Obama was a extremely well-spoken individual, super charismatic. Like, yeah, Beto, and Beto is like, he's all right, but Obama's like next level in terms of his speaking ability. As much as like you may not like his policies, I think a lot of people can agree that he was a good orator, and yeah, he had an excellent charisma.
Yeah, and like it's because he's not on Obama's level, he's like, I gotta stand on this counter. And it's like, it reminded me of that movie. I forgot the movie, but this could be another like audio file you could pull from the trailer. Mm-hmm. But it's a movie about union organizing, and then the lead character stands up on a table at her factory shop, and then like holds up a sign that says union. And he's just trying to be that kind of grassroots, down to earth guy. Like that's how real Americans gain the floor and get attention. They stand on something. They can stand above everybody else.
But you said on Pod Save America, have you listened to them before, or you said you've followed them or you've heard of them?
I've seen when they're on when they're affiliated with the Ringer.com, they would do these pretty funny post-debate shows, like after a Trump-Hillary debate. They would host a post-debate show, and they debrief and just talk about how like there's no way Trump's gonna win. And to me it was like, yeah, like this is so obvious. Yeah, and that also like led me to another thought, like there's no way Beto's gonna win because all of his gestures seem so fake.
Yeah,
and he's like overly polished, and he's kind of it's like Trump won because he was just not polished at all.
Yeah. And
Beto, he's the exact opposite of that. So I would think that the same people who vote for Trump would be like sick of this guy because he's so polished. But he's also like really curated like an image of being a grassroots guy. So they might actually fall for that too.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
I think we might talk about Bernie Sanders in a bit, but
Yeah.
I think because you make a great point that Trump won because he was so super outspoken, crass. He didn't take any BS. No matter how valid the criticisms of him were, like, you know, grab him by the, you know, yoo-hoo, or like the, you know, he is like a loudmouth racist. No matter how correct that the criticisms of him are, he's going to push back, and that's why people like him. And that's why, you know, at the same time, like, people like Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders has no charisma.
Yeah.
He's just like a old white guy with crazy hair, but he just says the issues.
Tells it as it is.
He just tells it, and people don't want super polished. They don't want like polished candidates who just like talk nice, who are probably just going to sell you out once again to DC.
Yeah. He's like super polished. So he's anti-Trump in the way that he's polished, but at the same time, the content of his career is the opposite of Hillary too. So it's like he's like the opposite of Trump, but also the opposite of Hillary at the same time, which is why I think that people could fall for it and just like vote him in. And he's tall and white and handsome too.
What I thought was super fishy about this guy was, even as of today, I went on his website. There's no tab that says what his policies are. So this guy likes to. There's a popular meme.
No tab.
People joke and say, "Oh, Beto O'Rourke stands on things, but he doesn't stand for things."
Yeah.
He has no policies on his website. It's just literally like, here's the events tab. Here's the shop where you can buy gear. And this is how you can like apply for a position to like volunteer.
He's just really good. Somebody said this. He's like, the only reason why he's running is that he's really good at running.
Yeah, but he lost to Ted Cruz, so I guess
But he's not running for anything. He's just good at sounding like he's good at running.
And to reinforce your point, in his Vanity Fair, you know, like you were saying the other day, like how he made that Vanity Fair like cover photo shoot. I think he said something like, "Oh, why do you want to be president?" And he was saying like, "Oh, because, you know, I was born to be in it." Yeah. I'm just like, like
born to run.
Born to run, exactly.
Like Bruce Springsteen.
It's just like, oh, you're not running for president because you want to like make healthcare affordable, or like you want to do X. You're just you're doing it in such a narcissistic way.
Yeah.
And
it's like our left-wing MAGA. What's our left-wing MAGA? Like Medicare for all,
living wage, Green New Deal, all these, no imperialist wars.
Medicare for all, living wage, Green New Deal, no more, stop the wars.
Mm-hmm.
That's our left-wing MAGA. That's his character.
We gotta preach.
Yeah. I say it really fast though. I'm not good at saying it really fast.
Another thing that I was looking up. So, props to him, he did break the 24-hour fundraising record with $6.1 million. He beat out Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders had $5.9 million. Yeah. And then when I found that out, that made me salty as hell.
It's gonna be he's just tall.
Man, and
tall and charismatic.
But here's a deceptive part I want to point out to our listeners.
All right.
Bernie Sanders, he had $5.9 million from 225,000.
Yeah.
225,000
donors.
Individual donors.
Yeah.
Of an average of $27. But Beto O'Rourke, he doesn't say individual donors. He writes 128,000 unique contributions. You know, that could be like one guy can donate like 20 times, and that'd be 20.
Yeah.
That's very misleading. Mm-hmm. The average amount is $48. So probably a bunch of like rich guys donating.
What was Bernie's average? $27.
Yeah. So fishy.
Yeah. I don't know where I went to college or whatever, but I could see him like, it's always Vanderbilt for me. I always bring up Vanderbilt.
He seems like
yeah.
So apparently, just like off topic, but apparently, like Anderson Cooper, that guy from CNN.
Yeah, he is a man.
He is a Vanderbilt. He's like he's like the grandson of like Vanderbilt or something.
Anderson Vanderbilt.
Well, the people were telling me like, oh, by the time he was born, like the Vanderbilts were like not as super rich and powerful, but it's like
dude, but they still had a college named after them.
Yeah.
It's like Trump with the Amazon Washington Post. He should start calling, just like Amazon Washington Post, Anderson Vanderbilt could be his next step.
Anderson Vanderbilt, so legit.
Yeah.
Do you think he went? Did he go to Vanderbilt? Should we look this up?
I'm sure he did. Oh, Beto?
No, Anderson Cooper.
I'm sure Beto. No, I'm sure Anderson Cooper went.
Well, he does it for free.
Yeah.
It's like, my grandfather built this constitution.
It's like the whole college scandal that's going on right now, but like totally permissible and understandable.
Yeah. We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
I heard that's.
Do you have any like, tangent on that? Or?
Tangent? No. I think we got to do a deep dive.
A 1 cent. Okay.
That's worthy of a deep dive. I'm just going to rattle off a couple things when I was studying Beto O'Rourke. Some things that are not very good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read them out. First of all, he's not for Medicare he's not for a left-wing MAGA. He's not for a left-wing MAGA policies.
This really could be a really good character.
He's not for Medicare. Okay. He's not for Medicare for all.
Yeah.
He's not for socialized medicine, a single payer system. He's saying he wants high quality universal access to healthcare. And he's like, oh, we just got to lower the healthcare costs and how much people pay. But literally, the thing that's the barrier to lowering healthcare costs is the health insurance companies. Yeah. They just got to get rid of when we're doing Medicare for all, because it's just cheaper. So this guy is either retarded, which I'm sure he's not, or he's just being deceptive, which I sure think he is.
Yeah, he's spent a whole life probably learning how to kind of say what people want to hear, but not really putting himself in a corner at all. Just a master manipulator.
He's good at talking the talk,
but
not walking the walk.
What's your next point?
The next point, I'm just rattling these things off. He's the second biggest oil and gas money recipient.
Oh.
After Ted Cruz.
Wow.
After scummy Ted Cruz, it's Beto O'Rourke. This guy. How's this guy going to fight for climate? How is he going to fight for Green New Deal, Ryan? If he's receiving this oil and gas money.
Damn Texan. So a lot of those donors were probably...
the Cruz donors.
We're probably like CEOs of these companies, but as individual donors and not as like super PAC donors. Because he says he doesn't take any super PAC money.
That's true, but apparently
he doesn't take super PAC money, but he probably gets money from oil seed.
He voted 30% of the time with Donald Trump. He voted to weaken Wall Street regulations. He voted to weaken the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. And he voted with Republicans 168 times in his career in Congress.
Wait, what was the Donald Trump 30% thing?
30%.
Wow. Yeah. So what was he before he ran for senator? Was he just
he was a congressman?
Yeah. Figured.
Yeah.
So that's Beto. I don't think I have any other takes on Beto, but the climate change stuff is definitely a good tease for us introducing our climate change related deaths, which will happen at the end.
And the college admissions scandal.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Thank you for preparing so much. I feel like it's making everything like 10 times better. What's our next topic?
Our next topic is what people like to call Russiagate.
All right.
Instead of Watergate, it's Russiagate.
So I feel like you're carrying all of our water. Well, I don't know. It's carrying. You're carrying the whole load.
I just need to
of this podcast because the whole format of this is like, you know more, you tell me about it, and then I respond. And it's gonna be the same thing here with this Russiagate. Yeah, like you didn't follow it like a lot of old white NPR ladies followed it, but you followed it more than me. And it's gonna be this. I feel like it's gonna be the same format. You're gonna tell me about Russiagate, and then I'll respond to it.
Tell you to give you a lowdown.
Yeah.
But you said you didn't follow it that much.
No. I know that there's a guy named Manafort in Kobe.
And
Manafort. Cohen.
What the hell is that other guy's name? Manafort. Who's that guy?
I just know the name.
Who's that?
I just picture, the old white liberal. Kobe, Manafort. All right.
But
anyways,
just like I wasn't like, oh my god, I got to tune in on like CNN at 7 p.m. just to listen to this Russia thing.
Yeah.
But like, I saw YouTube videos, and every time like my work would have a television. Every time if you turn on the news, like within 10 minutes, you'll probably hear the word Russia and Donald Trump in the same sentence.
It's always the Russia investigation.
Yeah, so it was just like that. So for me, it was like background noise. But
Russia. White people saying Russia, an investigation.
Russia
investigation.
Okay. So as you may have heard, the Russia investigation is complete, and they didn't find any evidence of collusion with the Russian government.
I didn't realize, like, when I heard like it's complete or like couldn't necessarily prove it. I thought like, oh, okay, like they're about 2/3 of the way done with this thing. I didn't realize that it was just like over. Every stone was turned over. Every lead was examined, and now just done.
I thought there would be more hype.
Yeah, that too.
But then I feel like we probably got desensitized from all this coverage that when the report did drop, we were like, oh, it dropped?
Yeah, that's a really valid excuse for my ignorance. Thank you.
But so I was trying to make, I guess, my frustrations regarding this entire clown fiesta was that every day you heard things. Donald Trump is a puppet.
This is it.
Donald Trump is a traitor.
It's all over now.
It's all over. It's like we're
the smoking gun.
Yeah, the smoking. This is the smoking gun.
Yeah,
this is the smoking gun, guys. Like the news reporters tell people,
no way he's gonna be president in a month. Yeah,
that's like I'm gonna guarantee you guys, Donald Trump is done by the end of this year. They'll say like
by the end of this week.
Yeah, by the end of this week. So this exuding confidence, dripping confidence from their lips.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying things like Trump is like a puppet of Putin. Putin owns Donald Trump, which means that the Russia owns the United States. Just absolutely outlined, like, oh, Trump is like a Russian spy, and these guys like believe their own shit.
Also, the people who to turn into a left-wing MAGA guy, the people who believe that it's done with, those are the people who don't think we need a full-on revolution in this country. And Medicare for all, living wage, and stop the wars. So they don't realize that none of that's going to happen, and Donald Trump's not going to leave without a revolution. All right. Anyways,
that's a future TV show we're gonna be producing.
Yeah.
Stay tuned in the next couple of years.
All right. So, what were you gonna say?
But you heard all these things on TV, all these outlandish things, like I just said, he's a puppet, he's a spy, he's a traitor. And when you had to do the investigation, any criminal investigation, you have to meet, you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this crime occurred. And when you're investigating collusion with a foreign government, that's very difficult. That's very difficult to prove.
Yeah.
So just like if you're trying to go from an objective perspective, you're trying to find if there's evidence of collusion between Donald Trump and the Russian government. You're going to need a ton of evidence for that.
Yeah, and everybody's smart enough to leave it behind closed doors, record nothing, or like leave a paper trail.
Exactly.
And that's just all work.
Now, and I'm going to talk about some things, why there's things that this administration have been doing that contradict the narrative that Trump is a puppet.
Yeah.
So first, Donald Trump, we were trying to dissuade Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, from buying oil from Russia, and instead buy oil from us.
Yeah.
So why would we add if friends of Putin? And obviously we were involved in Syria and Venezuela, and these countries are like either aligned or allied with the Russian Federation.
Yeah.
So there's no way that we would try to screw over these countries
But at the same time, we're like puppets of Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
We have a fuck ton. We have $750 billion defense budget, and you know, if we were actually like friends of Putin, like a puppet of Putin, we'd be like slashing our military budget 2 times or like some ridiculous number. If we were buddy, but our defense budget keeps going up, and we pulled out of an arms treaty with Russia.
Yeah.
So if we were buddy, we would be like, we wouldn't be doing that, obviously.
25% off.
Like, oh, let's sell you a nuke or something.
Yeah. Clearance prices, final sale.
And I think
business
either the whole narrative of Russian interference, it was just, I personally think it's hella stupid because they did talk about these online troll farms where they posted memes, and that's how they influenced.
Oh, the meme.
It was the memes, like, but
have you heard of the memes?
Yeah, like,
these kids memes. Are doing these memes.
Yeah, I'm sure like one meme can like sway
100 votes.
Yeah, like 100 bazillion votes that costed Hillary the election. I'm sure it's the memes.
Even though she won the popular vote. Yeah. And they're probably doing little things, but they're not. Obviously, they're smart enough to not make it obvious. Because if you make it too damn obvious, then the whole deal or the control you have over Trump just like goes away.
Mm-hmm.
They're just too smart to get caught. They know how to not get caught.
Yeah, they either know how to not get caught, or like things just didn't fall through.
Yeah. He's not going to be puppeted to a severe degree where it'll be so obvious that they don't have their puppet anymore. If he is,
that's like, oh, he's a Manchurian candidate.
Yeah.
He's just picked and chosen by the KGB or the Kremlin.
Yeah. It's like when you're if you're like a detective and you're like trailing a car that when you're like tailing a car.
Yeah.
Like if it's like Russia going all out and like really, really controlling Donald Trump would be like if you like follow the car like directly behind them and like put your high beams on. Like they know to like keep a safe distance from the car that they. So they're
I like that example.
Yeah,
put on the high beams.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, let me just make it super obvious.
Yeah, they know how to not get caught by an FBI director.
Well, what I'm really frustrated about this entire Russia thing is, I don't think there's going to be any sort of. Is it responsibility for these news networks who just kept peddling this Russia thing?
Today's the day.
Yeah.
It's over.
All you do is just peddle this conspiracy theory, and at the end of the day, the Mueller report says there's no collusion.
Yeah.
Are you going to say sorry to all the people that you like misled? Are you going to be like, oh, we did a bad job?
Yeah.
Probably not, because these anchors make millions of dollars. They don't care.
Yeah. Mueller's probably a pretty dry, like, I'm sure he'd be like a really interesting talk, but just as a person, he's probably like the opposite of Beto. Very like
he's probably like professional,
bookish, professional, stoic. Yeah, they're trying to make an entertainment news cycle out.
Yeah, it's become like a Hollywood thing.
Yeah.
Instead of, I'm going to channel my inner Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about real issues that people suffer from today, let's just tackle this Hollywood Tom Clancy drama.
Yeah, turning Mueller into, I don't know.
Like, oh my God, even Mueller is compromised by
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, Jesus. What do you think
aspiring journalists will feel about this? Like people who are studying journalism in college, or like young people who want to be like a news reporter. What do you think? What their thoughts on this entire situation?
I don't know. I'm like the wrong person to ask. It's just, I don't know. I have an answer to that. Oh man, because I feel like journalists are into their shit. Like I don't know. My perception of journalists is that anybody who like got into journalists watched like All the President's Men. Go into it thinking like, oh, we're gonna be so noble and we're gonna like change the whole world.
Yeah.
I don't know what the current journalist student is.
Me neither.
I don't have a response.
But God, I'm pretty
maybe
sure
they're
like
into it. Maybe there'll be more journalism students because of this whole Trump presidency. Even though it's all sensationalized, you might actually, because when you're 18 or 19, you're thinking, oh, what major am I going to be? See all this, you're still young enough to be really swayed by all this and then like get pushed into going into journalism.
Yeah, I think it can be two ways, because like what you said, people who might want to get into journalism, they see like, oh, the news media is doing such a shitty job reporting,
or like it's
misleading
like
people.
super entertaining, oh, the news media is like super fun, and like politics is super fun because it's like juicy.
We're living in these uncertain times, and I want to be in the front lines of covering these issues.
Yeah.
But I think there can also be like the other side where people see like, wow, you get paid millions of dollars just to spread falsehoods. And I got into this profession to like spread the truth, and all you're doing is like, talking like spewing crazy shit from your mouth. Screw this field.
Yeah, now the goal of the profession is to like work really hard on the front lines so that you can just be a talking head on. And then like people will follow you on Twitter now. Your Twitter profile will be on CNN whenever you talk to Don Lemon, as opposed to being like a purist that is like stays in the newsroom, with the newspaper company their whole like a lifer.
I don't know. It says news media in general is just like of the big networks. Look, Ryan, would you go on Fox News and like spread racist shit, but they'd pay you like $10 million a year? Would you like do that?
No, but
$10 million.
Like, if it was something that, like, like I know that like I could totally use that $10 million to do like something that I really want to do, but if I had the $10 million, would that one stint on Fox totally ruin my opportunities that I could use that $10 million for the rest of my life? I feel like that's how I'm thinking about it. Like maybe everybody will forget me, and then I'll be able to take that $10 million and spend it on like, oh, I get to like do like
my own thing.
An MFA in film at like a dope school and like start a whole new career,
like a means to an end,
without even being in debt. Or will I always be remembered as like a Fox News asshole, even if it was like one stint?
I think
so. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty selfish that way.
No, because it's like you have to decide whether you compromise your own values, or do you just like temporarily take the hit so you can use the money for like what you want to do.
Yeah, and to communicate values that are probably the antithesis of whatever you said on Fox. I don't know. Everybody's kind of in it that way. I think at the end of the day, the whole society is pretty selfish. So,
yeah, money tends to compromise people's values.
Yeah, like, oh, and then you can always justify it like how I justified it. Oh, there's a means to an end, to a greater end, that you can justify to yourself that greater end is for all of society, and not just for your own vanity.
I think that people in mainstream media, perhaps they've, what's that word I'm looking for? They've like distanced their own values from their own job.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of people, like there's a couple, I'll do this for example, like Tucker Carlson on Fox News. He used to work for CNN. Donna Brazile used to be a contributor in CNN, and she got hired by Fox. Yeah. So all these people who like jumping to like opposite networks. Yeah. But it's like they don't think they're compromising their values. They're probably giving a fat check. Yeah. And they're probably just saying, "Oh, I'm just doing a good job."
Yeah, I think it's that I'll do this job, and then that'll give me the means to actually be true to myself and my message in 5-10 years.
Yeah.
It's like everybody has like short-term memory because they forget about all the like crazy shit that happened on Twitter the day before. And then they just move on, like scandals move on like really quickly. But also it's like everybody also like doesn't have short-term memory too, because they dig up stuff from the past.
Yeah, everything's on the internet nowadays.
But then when you dig up stuff from the past, that dies pretty quickly too. I don't know.
But there are career killers. Like when you say like obvious, like overtly racist or like sexist things, those tank your career.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. My mouth is dry.
Let's take a break. What are we doing?
We're gonna do. If we're following our agenda, we're doing Queer Eye. Yeah. Queer Eye. And now for our more, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna jump into some more lighthearted discussions.
This is my zone. Queer Eye.
Okay. Break time.
We're recording?
Yes.
Okay. Next
back.
part. We're back. Queer Eye. So I gave you a homework assignment to watch Queer Eye.
Mr. Louis
I want to know.
gave me a homework assignment.
I want to know if you watched more than one or done after one. I just want to know all
Get
your
my thoughts, dude. We could. Okay. I only saw season 1, episode 1 yesterday.
Mhm.
I started from the beginning.
And that's the old guy who drinks the Mountain Dew with the tequila.
Yeah.
Okay.
The redneck margarita.
The redneck margarita. So why didn't you go into episode 2? Was it just late?
It was late, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. This show's too wholesome for me. It's too sappy.
It's like too endearing and,
man,
and
I was
earnest.
I was just like,
Sometimes you need some nice, corny earnesty.
it was too sweet. I don't know. Is that possible? You know, it's like, oh, this is just this content's too wholesome. I don't know if I can continue.
There's a good episode where it is wholesome, but the content and the people, the person they're working with, and what they're working towards, it actually matches the amount of corniness. Like it warrants that amount of corniness. I'll text you the episode, but it's about a black girl, like a black lesbian girl, whose parents disowned her when she came out to them.
Oh.
And then her life like really takes this makeover and she feels completely justified.
I think I saw something about that on Facebook, like where did she had to drop out of college or something, and then they raised money for her? Like the viewers raised money for her, right?
I didn't see that part. I just saw the episode. That's probably her, yeah. That one, like the saffiness is warranted. So you should watch that one. It's like season.
The amount of sappiness is directly proportional to the need.
The power. Yeah, the actual power in a vacuum.
Oh.
The outside of the production, if you look at it, if you drill down to that level.
I was, obviously I was happy with the result of what happened to the guy yesterday. I thought that was kind of sweet because
I thought it was sweet. Like, even though it's not like gone through all this trauma in his life, he's still just an old soul. Like, and everybody can relate
crusty
to.
Old dude.
Yeah, everybody can. Like growing old and wanting something better for yourself. So that's why I was okay with the happiness.
What I really liked was he was really receptive. Like he wasn't welcome of like 5 gay dudes.
Mm-hmm. That's the most refreshing thing about Queer Eye, because they go into the South and then you see these people who you think are just MAGA people, but like it teaches you that it's all about that face-to-face interaction and finding that commonality.
Although I'm pretty sure that there is some sort of process where they like select a guy that's open to working with like 5 gay dudes instead of like a full bag of like smoke, homophobe.
Yeah. So what are your takes? Do you have any notes, or is it just like
I didn't have any notes? But other than it was like super wholesome.
Yeah.
But I like the part where I feel like they purposely left in the part where he is saying like, who's the pants in the relationship? Because that's like really good social commentary. Yeah. Because they're like riding in the car. He's like, oh, the gay guy, one of the guys. I don't remember any of these guys' names. And like Cameron or whatever the black guy's name is.
Oh yeah.
And,
okay.
And Antony or whatever.
Yeah. What? They're
talking about like the guy Tom, he's like, oh, how long have you been with your partner? And he's like, oh, 13 years. We've been married for 5 years, and previously, we've only been married for 5 years because previously it was like illegal. And he was like, oh, who wears the pants in the relationship? And then they had to like, in one of the guys' quotes, he's like, oh, we have to unpack this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's like a misconception where there's like a gender role of like one is the girl, one is the guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that rigid.
It's really, really nice to see people who are so comfortable with themselves, like at all times. They're just not embarrassed about anything they do, and they're not afraid to like speak their truth or have uncomfortable conversations because they're always comfortable with themselves and they're ready to just unpack that and not shy away from it ever.
And they don't say shit like, oh, you're a homophobe for saying that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's... I guess it goes both ways. You're accepting of us, so we're going to accept some of your questions and try to inform you.
Yeah, it's just very... And that in itself is a very optimistic, earnest, sappy approach to life too. That if you... Like, it's like an MLK thing. Like, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can drive out hate. That's like the whole show.
You said that?
No, well, that's the MLK thing. Yeah, they just said the whole show is just like just coming from that MLK like warm place, and not like a separatist kind of attitude towards things. What else?
But what is the show like? Every episode structured like similarly?
Yeah, it's like exactly.
Oh, okay. Like a makeover.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I did like the makeovers.
Yeah.
They did. Even though that guy who went to get a haircut and like get his beard trimmed. Ooh, I kinda want that.
Yeah.
I kinda want that in my life. I want these dudes to be like, make me fabulous.
Yeah. Do you feel like did you learn something about self-care? Because that's generally if you watch every episode, they always hit on that idea of self-care and loving yourself.
I did catch that they were repeating that a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, the only thing I like really, I know that we were saying it, but then, the main thing I got away was just like I was entertained. But I could definitely see like they were preaching. They were trying to say some values. They're trying to insert some values into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in a way, it's very zen. Everybody needs to find their locus of control so that they can. Because when you take care of yourself, then you be able to take care of it.
Well, so you've seen all 3 seasons, or you're on the third?
Pretty much seen all of them. There are some that I didn't see. But,
how many episodes are there in each season?
It's like 8.
Oh, 8? Yeah, oh, okay, that's really manageable. That's
too crazy.
Okay, then maybe I might jump into it.
Is there a particular guy that you like?
I don't know if I have a favorite guy, but the guy with the long hair.
Yeah.
That guy is very flamboyant.
Yeah.
That guy is very
memorable.
That guy is very memorable.
You know what his last name is?
What?
Van Ness.
Van Ness?
Yeah, just like Van Ness Boulevard, San Francisco. Just Van like Ness. Exactly that. There's Jonathan Van Ness.
Oh. Wait, Van Ness, is that
perfect last name?
Dutch? Is that Dutch?
Van.
Or Danish? Van Ness?
It's the Van is definitely a Scandinavian.
Oh, okay. He was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
He's very out there.
And like, the best thing is that they all experience their own personal struggle. You know, and then to come out of when you come out of whatever struggle that each of them came out with, it just completely liberates you.
Okay.
I think I have a few things.
Hit me.
All right.
Actually, hit me with some.
I don't know if we can really... this seems like a very unanswerable discussion, but like,
do you want an answer?
One question is like the idea of confrontation, that their philosophy is that you have to
Oh shit, we drank all that.
confront your past and confront your past trauma, or confront the things in your life that caused you to become this way. Do you believe in that philosophy? Because I feel like the pushback is like a lot of times the Asian philosophy is the philosophy that sweeps it under the rug and you just like, push forward, and then eventually it just like gets left behind. And like Asian people, like I guess economically, we're like the most successful, like the East Asian, like the Chinese American. Like we have the best, I don't know, like per capita,
like educational attainment,
education, like average income and shit like that. And I feel like a lot of it is because of the opposite of the philosophy that they present. Show.
Well, wait, are we heading off into a different topic, or this to the show?
I feel like the queer eye angle is not the East Asian angle. Like the queer, like they're very much about like dwelling and confrontation and having that like growth mindset and taking the long path so that you like are truly at peace with yourself.
I can only say a little bit because I only saw one episode.
Yeah, this is like pretty meaty.
Because I did catch that in the first episode. They're like, oh, like they saw the Tom guy was he was talking about how he was happy with the last lady, and the last lady made him happy, or like made him a certain way, like bought all these things for him, and they were trying to replicate. They're trying to see what happened in the past that made him like not want to, just want to stay in the house, or like why he, he was saying that
settling.
He was settling, and why he said he was like just an ugly old man, like why. Yeah.
Is it okay? Because the Asian people are also people that will self-deprecate a lot too.
Yeah, he was self-deprecating for sure.
Queer Eye is very anti-self-deprecating.
Yeah, because it's like, and I can definitely see why, because it's like the gay community, like instead of like, there has been a whole,
like you've gone through so much.
Yeah,
you should be allowed to love yourself.
Exactly, because it's like it used to be, it was taboo to be like homosexual, and it was like illegal. But then they went from like an underground thing to like, you should be happy with the way you are. Or you should accept yourself. You should feel empowered, or like you should be, you should be proud of your identity or something.
It's like it's kind of like similar. I feel like between the gay community and the black community. Like if you've gone through that much, they're gonna be able to wear everything on their shoulder and be open and be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Asian community is just kind of like somewhere in between, where you're kind of exposed to racism, you're kind of not, and then we just kind of have that under the rug, one step at a time, get the job done.
I think
mentality.
Yeah, I think it's true that perhaps we're like in the middle, because it's like there's
maybe the Asians are oppressed, even though we have all this per capita income shit.
But then oh god, there's a lot of like that. There's a lot to unpack here, guys.
Yeah.
But just saying, oh my god, there's already that. I think you've probably already seen these statistics, like when you're in school, like Pacific Islanders. There's a bunch of disparities between Pacific Islanders and East Asians.
East Asian,
like East Asians are what we typically conceive. People typically think of when they think of Asian.
The model minority.
The model minority, all that stuff. But it's like the outcomes of like Pacific Islanders are like shit.
Yeah.
So that's just one thing.
Yeah, I'm only speaking about East Asians whenever I say Asian, for the record.
No, for the record.
But yeah, I think there is a clash though, because there are a lot of Asian people who are like completely content, and they don't have a home that is like spotless and well organized, where they don't necessarily confront their.
As you can see from my messy room.
Like I think of like this Asian couple that owns like around the corner of my house. And like once in a while I'll go buy flowers there. And their flower shop is just so unorganized and cluttered. Like you know how cash registers print receipts? Mm-hmm. They have this like one long receipt printout of every transaction, so they don't really keep organized records or anything. But the flower shop has just like been there forever. And it's like, do I want to... I guess the Queer Eye people would be like, oh, if you spend this 1 minute of pain or 5 minutes of pain to get everything more organized incrementally throughout the day, then everything will be running more smoothly. Whereas their mentality would be like, oh, we don't worry about all the little details and shit because in the long run, we're happy that we have a messy flower shop. And those are kind of the two cultures, I think, clashing.
I hate to turn this into like a political thing.
Yeah.
But I think on the macro level, there's a struggle between if you push back against societal norms or like what this quote system is you may not get... Sorry, let me rephrase it this way.
Yeah.
There are rewards for assimilating to the dominant culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that might be educational attainment, that may be money. You might have to overlook some of like the racist or like some sort of things that are not fair to gain some kind of benefit.
Yeah.
And if you challenge the dominance forces, something you might not, get as far.
Yeah. I think that's where Queer Eye is where it's like allowing people to access the dominant culture. Like whether or not you think the dominant culture is good, like sometimes it is a good thing to be presentable to that dominant culture. It's kind of just like a pragmatic thing. Like, oh, my house is clean now, or oh, I have more self-confidence now, and that will allow me to access these dominant culture things. Because once in a while in Queer Eye, like a messy home would be like, they would say like, this is not how adults live. And it's not, and it's technically it's like more relative than that, and it's not that objective, the way they're putting it. But it's like that. Yeah, it's like a Paulo Freire, that philosopher Paulo Freire.
The pedagogy
code
of the oppressed.
Switching and accessing the dominant culture. It's like Queer Eye is kind of allowing people to present themselves to this dominant, clean-cut culture.
Yeah. It's funny because you mentioned Paulo Freire.
Yeah. I never would have thought we'd mention Queer Eye and Paulo Freire in the same sentence, but yeah.
I've personally never read any of his stuff.
Yeah.
I just know him because I had a class in college.
Yeah.
Where I think the professor was like Portuguese. I think he was Brazilian, Portuguese.
Yeah.
And he just kept talking. He always kept talking about Paulo Freire, like pedagogy of the oppressed, but he never said what it was. He just kept, if you like, it was in the pedagogy of the oppressed, and that's what Paulo Freire said. But he never told us like what was the content of of his work. I'm just like, you keep mentioning his name. Can you fucking tell us what I can take away?
Yeah, it's basically like in order to start some kind of revolution or social change, you have to be able to code switch or have the tools to engage with the dominant culture in order to take it down.
Is that the same thing about code switching? Like people always say, like black people have the struggle of like they have to talk white or they talk like black.
Yeah.
Quote.
But the beauty of Queer Eye is they find us somewhere in between, where like that black woman that I was telling you about earlier, even though they want to give her a makeover and they want to give her access to dominant institutions like a college education, they also want to be true to her attributes and like highlight her natural attributes. Like she had straight hair, and they're just like, fuck that, let's shave it all off and let your hair grow out natural, and it looked way better.
She had to freaking shave her hair,
it was like her natural hair was kind of coming in, like maybe 20% of the way, and then the other 80% was like straight hair that didn't look so good.
Okay,
and then Jonathan was like, I think this would look a lot better, and she was like, yeah, I think so too. And gave her like a really sweet buzz cut that allowed her, and it just featured her hair in a more natural way.
That's good, because I thought she was a full
not
full bald.
Nah, they had to make her look good.
I think the things from my limited experience of the show, my one episode experience.
Yeah.
There's some things that I won't say it's a big deal because it's literally just like cleanliness, appearance.
Yeah.
Cleanliness, appearance, health. It's not like, oh, how do you like make it so you can be accepted by like white culture or something? It's not like that deep.
In a way, self-confidence is kind of like white culture. Like it is a thing that white people are more likely
put a lot
to
of
have.
emphasis on. Yeah.
And be taught it from a young age. Yeah. It's interesting that like that's what I like about pop culture. You could take something so optimistic and just like unpack it.
We're unpacking things like
everything.
What are we?
The
What
messaging behind it all.
What are we? What are unpackers? We're unpacking things like.
We're like scholars.
So I was looking for like a funny joke.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're unpacking things like.
So self-serious right now.
Yeah,
We're
we're
like I don't know, like a fat guy who ordered some groceries off of Amazon Prime. What's the Amazon
pantry?
Yeah.
No, but what's your thinking? What are your thoughts on the Queer Eye? Like the next couple episodes or like the next couple seasons? Like,
I just like it because it's just the ultimate unifier. It's because it's like serious enough, but not too serious where it would turn off people. And it's also not necessarily about like going out and picketing and spreading some kind of gospel or being evangelical about
overt
the liberal way, but it's just all about like taking care of yourself, being open. Like the liberal, like there isn't necessarily a liberal thing, but the liberal agenda, gay men are bonding. Southern.
Those guys are funny as hell.
And it's just all about just making yourself feel good and look good.
Yeah, it's about feeling. Yeah, it's not about shutting people down. It's about making them feel good.
Feel good, look good. There's like never a time where you'd be like against watching.
I don't think there was like any. God, but I bet people are gonna make some stupid deal about how this is like brainwashing.
Yeah,
like,
somebody's gotta have to make
like
that.
Gay people are not this nice.
Yeah,
they actually want to overthrow. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Who's your favorite guy?
I feel like it used to be like a Anthony guy.
Who's that?
Just the food cuisine guy.
Oh, he's the guy with like
just because of his good looks.
He's the one that's like the kind of like
he just has like spiky hair in the top.
But I think it's more Bobby, the guy who like redoes the home.
Bobby.
He's the guy that like redoes their home. The joke is that like he does all the work because he has to like basically remodel the whole house.
Bobby, wait.
He's a blonde. He's got blonde hair.
Okay,
he's the guy.
I'm thinking of the blonde.
It's kind of become him because he does like he has to like remodel
That's
the whole.
hard.
The whole joke is like he remodels their entire home while the other guys like, go out and go shopping and have fun.
Yeah, what
with the guy. Yeah.
Dude, that is hard because it's like you gotta coordinate hella things like lift, like furniture delivery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other people just have an easy ass job. Like, let me just take you to the barber.
But then by like season 2 or season 3, Bobby, you kind of learn more about Bobby and how much real shit he's gone through, and that allows him to connect with a lot of the people on a deeper level and some of the other. So he kind of eventually like starts to like shine.
I think I like tan guy, the tan.
Yeah.
He's pretty like.
You should do a fashion makeover tan style.
Fuck. Like, I kind of want 5 gay dudes.
Yeah.
Give me a makeover.
All we gotta do is just we'll take you to a Uniqlo. You just
Am I
get
gonna
a
go like
Uniqlo.
fob makeover? Oh, you're gonna dress me up like a fob.
Is just it's not necessarily fob. It's just like is.
No,
it's not like too aggressive one way or too aggressive another way. It's just like.
Oh, for real?
But it's also stylish.
I always thought Uniqlo was like fob clothes.
It's like not overly branded. You know, there's no logos or anything. It's just like, well made, eco-friendly, and stylish. Just me, you, and Drex will go to Uniqlo one day.
Wow, is this gonna be filmed? You're open to that?
Yeah.
I want to look fabulous.
Yeah.
Like, make me look fabulous.
Mhm.
Okay.
Anything else that we want to talk about?
Eight episodes a season, that's pretty manageable. I can do like, and it's on Netflix, so, I can do like here and there.
Yeah.
But it was like really cheesy though. No, it wasn't cheesy. It was too
earnest.
It was too good.
It was earnest. Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I can't watch the end because it's too sappy. I'm like, ooh.
Just too, he's successful.
That guy started crying, and I was just like, damn.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, do we want to cover the rest of our agenda? There was still the Bernie rally and then climate change related death. Is there much?
I don't think there's a lot, so we can probably just
talk for a while. Yeah, we could. Yeah. You could just share your Bernie story.
Okay.
I don't have to tell it.
Last Sunday, I was at a Bernie Sanders rally in San Francisco at Fort Mason, and it was hot as hell. It was pretty damn hot. So I'm glad I wore a hat because the sun was gonna. Because I made the terrible mistake in 2016 of not wearing a hat, and even though it's kind of like, I got sunburned really badly the next day, and my face just hurt.
I didn't know you went to the 2016 rally. That just makes it even funnier to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My face got sunburned, so I wore a hat, and all the speeches are great. The Bernie speech, because I've heard his speech like hundreds of times, where I'm like, this is not what. Yeah, I'm like, this is not one of his best speeches, because I heard it so many times. Like, I know what's a good speech. I know what a good speech sounds like, and I'm like, this one, he was just like all over the place, like not super organized. He was funny. He was really funny though, but
he just knows that there's a lot of diehard San Francisco. So
yeah, he could probably just like talk mad shit about something and the people that still like it. Yeah. It was great. It was shorter than I thought, because I thought he would speak at like 2:00 or 2:30.
Yeah.
But he started speaking at 1:30, so thank God.
Yeah.
I wasn't standing on a completely flat surface. I was like standing on like edge of a hill. So one side of my leg was like on a incline, and the other one was like low. One was higher, one was lower.
Yeah.
And my back hurt like shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I was just struggling to like, there's no flat ground. I'm just like, fuck, my back's hurting.
There is no flat ground in the United States of America. The rich have so many, and the common man has so few, so little.
It's so imbalanced.
Yeah, this is not balanced.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do his voice. I don't know. Can you do a Bernie impersonation?
Whoa. Hello, San Francisco. Thank you. Oh God, we want Medicare for all.
We are sitting on a hill right now.
We are literally on a hill. I don't know. That's really bad. Good job, bud. But yeah, I was telling Ryan yesterday that I got passed up on a handshake by Bernie Sanders, and I just super hurt. I was telling, the analogy was, I was on the basketball court. I had a wide open three and decided to lay it up instead of giving it me the ball. And I was
you had to lay it, and the point guard decided to take a three.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was just I'm like, I was sticking my hand out. And Bernie only has so many hands. He was shaking two other people next to me, and he just kept on walking. I'm just like,
yeah.
It was like, why did I come here?
Yeah.
Did I come here just to have my heart broken?
Wow.
But thankfully his wife, Jane Sanders, very wholesome lady, by the way.
Watching a lot of Queer Eye.
Shook my hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. It was not for naught. Did I use that correctly?
It wasn't all for naught.
It wasn't all for naught.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, she's great. She's a great lady, but I'd rather have Bernie Sanders. So I'm like,
a great lady.
She's a great lady.
Jane Sanders, great lady.
Then I just took the 28 home after that burning fence. He's hitting the California pretty early, so I'm pretty sure he'll be back.
28 packed, because if you go to a Bernie Sanders rally, automatically take public transportation.
I don't know where these cats are coming from. Because when I hopped on
nobody took Uber after.
Yeah, we're gonna make our infrastructure better. More public transportation.
It's worse.
I just sound like crazy, like homeless.
Yeah.
Most of the people on the 28 got off at the Golden Gate Bridge, so I'm like, damn you tourists.
Yeah.
On the next episode of Forbidden Rice, we talk shit about tourists.
Yeah. Put their Bernie stickers on the bridge and stuff.
But yeah, that's my Bernie Sanders experience.
Oh, that's really. All right, this is the end of our show. That means that we're going to introduce our new segment where every podcast we will come up with a climate change related death, because in 20 years there will be extreme weather events that will not be redeemable.
All right.
I mean, that cannot be. We cannot.
We're just gonna get fucked.
Yeah, we can't. There's a point of no return when it comes to extreme. So, I didn't come up with any new ones, but we can kind of just roll off some of the ones that we came with yesterday. Well, one thing is that drowning is like the slowest death. And what was your take on you being on 42nd Avenue?
I live very close to the ocean, so if in the event that I disappear from the earth, I'll probably be one of the people when the hurricane hits or whatever.
Yeah, when the hurricanes suddenly start appearing on the coast.
On the west coast.
Yeah, on the west coast. You'll be going, and then it'll be flooding at a rate of probably 1 block per minute. So from 42nd, I'm on 36, so in 6 minutes I'll be a goner too. Give or take a minute of struggling to breathe. It's painful suffering while you drown to death.
Man, and your lungs filling up with water.
Lungs filling up with water. It's like being a baby again. In utero again.
I was like, okay. What babies are you drowning?
What was some of our other ones? I don't remember.
Getting like sawed by like a stop sign.
Yeah, like the tornadoes and hurricanes once again are hitting San Francisco. All of a sudden, stop sign turning into an axe, a spinning axe, chops your head off. Decapitation, done. That's another climate change related death.
I said cow, but I don't know if there's any cows.
A cow flying from the Strauss family creamery up in Northern California, and its udders landing on your face.
Yeah, something from the SF Zoo.
Yeah, once again, to be a baby again. Once again, yeah.
Wow, how morbid.
Yeah, I guess our thing would be that we should come up with like a really descriptive, flowery write-up of a death.
Of just one death?
Of one death, and then we can read each other.
Okay. Well, like you come with something and I come with something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something, we'll both present something insane to each other at the end of each podcast.
Wow. That has to be flowery and descriptive. What if it's just like, you just die?
A lot of details. You gotta like need descriptive language on the details of death.
Finally, my creative writing workshop pays off.
Yeah. We're talking about how I'm gonna die in 20 years.
Oh my god.
So then in when's the point of no return as far as like carbon emissions? It's in like 10 years?
It's like 12 years.
12 years.
And then 2040 is when there's gonna be a lot of catastrophic weather. According to the UN. According to a lot of scientists.
Yay! Everybody in Copenhagen. Alright. Well, shout out to Copenhagen and Paris.
Wait, what's in Paris?
It's like, isn't that where the climate, didn't we pull out of the Paris climate agreement? Yeah.
Thanks a lot, America.
Yeah.
Home of the free, baby.
Woo! Beto 2020.
Beto 2020, guys. Believe the hype.
He'll stay pulled out.
Okay, I think that's a wrap.
Yep, that's a wrap.
Okay. Yay!